Jailbreak, sound the alarm. Man, you should see this video. These people have literally ran out of jail, okay? And people going to jail behind it. This is some weird shit. Let's watch and see who and what and why and how did these niggas get out of jail?
Manhunt for the escaped inmates who broke out of the Orleans Justice Center. 5 of them remain on the run. Thank you for joining us. I'm Sharice Gibson.
And I'm Katie Moore. As that search continues, we've learned that 2 women accused of helping the inmates appeared in court for the first time. A judge gave Courtney Harris of New Orleans a bond of $2.5 million. State police say Harris gave a ride to 2 inmates who are still on the run. And Corvantine Baptiste of Slidell received a $1 million bond. She was allegedly in contact with one of the captured inmates, Corey Boyd, and she's accused of bringing him food after the escape.
And today we've learned that the cell where 10 inmates escaped was just processed by crime scene investigators nearly a week after the jailbreak happened. DA Jason Williams called NOPD after he found out the sheriff didn't request it herself. Alyssa Curtis is live from the sheriff's office.
Alyssa, what was the reaction from the DA when he learned that this hadn't already been done?
Katie, Sharice, he said it was troubling. District Attorney Jason Williams says time is of the essence, especially in a case as big as this. It took almost a full week for NOPD's crime lab to be called to the cell where 10 inmates escaped.
The destruction of those bars, that toilet, who could have assisted these individuals in getting out, whether they were in a uniform or not in a uniform. And obviously fingerprints, DNA, these pieces of evidence tell a story.
And the DA had to make the call. District Attorney Jason Williams said the sheriff's office hadn't requested the crime lab come in. He said in an incident as big as this, every minute counts.
Time is also of the essence when trying to get good DNA samples or collect fingerprints to make sure those areas are not molested or destroyed in any way. And so I am deeply concerned that there was not an immediate request by the sheriff.
Lack of evidence and delay in sharing information has been a reoccurring theme since the inmates escaped. First, the delay in the sheriff notifying anyone else about the breach. Then the DA alleging the sheriff's office often doesn't send evidence needed to bring additional charges against inmates. And now this.
We have seen too many times that we did not get the information that was at one point in time available.
Council Vice President and candidate for Mayor Helena Moreno says things need to be done faster in times like these.
Whenever, there's some type of investigation, whenever there is some kind of emergency, there needs to be a faster response, no doubt about it.
And WWL Louisiana has learned the district attorney's office is wasting no time in sending letters and collecting information for its own investigation.
We're just doing our job. We're just collecting as much information and evidence as we can so that we can figure out who all is involved in this.
The district attorney has sent these 2 letters to the sheriff. The first one asking all OPSO staff comply with voluntary DNA sampling. A second requesting the sheriff preserve all information, data, surveillance footage from April 1st through yesterday. Reporting live from OPSO, Alyssa Curtis, WWL Louisiana.
All right, thanks so much, Alyssa. 27-year-old Derek Groves is one of the 5 escaped inmates, and he's still at large tonight. It is forcing witnesses into hiding. Ironically, he has a deep connection to one of the most notorious killings in New Orleans history. His grandmother was executed on order of corrupt cop Len Davis.
Today, investigative reporter Mike Pearlstein spoke exclusively to a neighbor who knew Derek since he was a little kid.
Oh, I remember him from a baby.
Gail Slack helped raise Derek Groves on Alamo Street in the lower 9th Ward.
He was friends with my son. He taught my son how to ride a bike.
Slack said she was shocked when several years ago Groves was accused in 4 killings, leading to convictions on 2 counts of murder and 2 counts of manslaughter. Now she's growing more concerned by the day as Groves remains the subject of a massive manhunt following last week's jailbreak of 10 inmates from the Orleans Justice Center. Groves is one of 5 escapees still on the run.
I just hope that if they catch him, they don't hurt him.
She said Derek came across to her as a normal kid, despite his grandmother being killed by a hitman on the orders of New Orleans police officer Len Davis.
Damn.
Derek Rose was not yet born when his grandmother Kim was gunned down right here in front of the family home. But he remembers the site well, including times when it was used as a memorial in honor of his grandmother.
A small child like that hearing how his grandmother was killed by the police. Okay. Yeah, it had a big factor. But he's still my Derek. He's still my baby. I like raised him. He's a lot of people just see the bad side of it.
If you could just give a message to him right now, what would you tell him?
Be safe and turn yourself in.
Mike Pearlstein, WWL, Louisiana.
The family of one of Groves' victims went into hiding after they learned of his escape, and DA Jason Williams said 2 of his prosecutors who helped convict Groves have fled the state. Crime Stoppers and federal authorities are offering a combined $20,000 reward. That is for any information leading to the capture of Groves or any of the other 4 remaining inmates.